Hello, and welcome back to another Strong Collectors quick review. Today, we are talking about the ToyBiz Build-A-Figure Mojo. Probably one of the ugliest figures that we will ever review. But we thought this would be a timely review because we now have the deluxe Mojo coming into Target shelves. I don't know if he's going to be a wide release everywhere at Walmart's too, and I think he is. But then we've also got the Mojo World box set Hasbro exclusive. And we were not going to get into how terrible of a ripoff that one is. We're talking about ToyBiz.
The 4-pack, you mean?
Yeah, the 4-pack. But like I said, we're not getting into that ripoff. We're talking about the ToyBiz Mojo. So this one came out in 2006. This was ToyBiz, obviously. So this came with Baron Zemo, which had two versions, masked and unmasked. You had Falcon, two versions, open vest, closed vest. Iron Man, two versions, gold and silver. Longshot, one version. Luke Cage, I think Luke Cage actually technically had three versions. I think there was like normal
Chase.
and then
Yeah.
there was a couple chases that are super rare. And then you had Psylocke, which I think also had maybe a couple chases, kind of like Luke Cage, where it's just like crazy rare. Mojo going pretty cheap right now. I think you could probably find him pretty easily in the groups for $35. I mean, Action Figure 411 still has him at $44. I think that's still a decent price. I mean, if you can find him for $40, you're not really getting ripped off. But yeah, it's definitely a cheaper Build-A-Figure now. And this was one that you had almost built as a kid, Jordan.
Yeah, as a kid, I don't know, because I remember you built Galactus and Surfer.
I didn't have
Apocalypse.
Galactus was
Didn't
later in
you?
life. No.
Oh.
I only ever had like
Galactus?
three
Ah.
pieces to him. But
Well,
I
you
did
had-
finish
you had
Apocalypse
and the Sentinel.
Yep.
And you were always wanting Giant Man. For some reason, I decided to plant my flag on Mojo. And I think it was because there was an outlet, KB Toys, that all they had was Mojo Wave. So every time we'd go there on the way to Iowa City, my mom would let me get one, but it was like, well, dang it. So I ended up with...
I don't even understand how, because I'm looking at this list now, and you had Baron Zemo and Longshot, but I had Falcon and Iron Man
I thought you
and
gave me
Psylocke.
those.
Yeah, I gave you all those pieces because I was like, I don't want to build Mojo. But yeah, I gave you three of those pieces.
You had who?
I had Psylocke, I had Iron Man, and I had Falcon.
We never got Luke Cage, I don't think.
No, we never did. That was the only piece we were missing.
Yeah, and I think that was the one I had to track down when we got back into it.
Yeah.
So
20 years later, well, maybe not quite 20, but, pretty close, 15 years later.
Yeah, just about. I mean, in retrospect, it is a little smaller than the other Build-A-Figures we were used to, but I do think the detail's pretty good.
Yeah,
I mean, I think
agree.
the paint, I mean, he, like you said, he looks very gross, which I think was their goal. Like he just, I don't know. Now that I don't have him, getting a little nostalgic for him, but I don't know. I like the color way more than the new one on this Mojo, and I think he's a little tiny, but I don't know. I think he'll become kind of a fun novelty figure, like just kind of a.
I think so.
Obviously, it's hard to display him with your full-size X-Men, probably, but
Right.
I don't know.
But, I mean, I think my next display behind me is going to be the ToyBiz Build-A-Figures because I got all of them now, so he'll go good with that. And yeah, the detail on this guy is pretty good. Like, he's got all the gross, like, dark wash. His teeth and tongue are disgusting. He's got these, like, gold, I don't even know, plaques of his face on the bottom of his...
I'm going to call those Mojo logos.
There you go, Mojo logos. All of his little spider feet are articulated. He's got kind of like thicker plastic stands below because the spider legs wouldn't support the weight of the figure, so the little plastic pieces help it like give it some height, so he's not just sitting on the floor.
Doesn't the new one have those on it?
I believe so, but I'm not 100% sure. Neither one of us have that one in hand, so hard to give you a fair comparison of like, is this one better than that one? They're about the same price, and honestly, to have a ToyBiz Build-A-Figure, I think is super cool, just because ToyBiz was super detailed in what they did. So for, 35 to 45 bucks, I think he's a definite pickup. What do you think, Jordan?
I don't know if I'd say definite, but I think even I'm having a hard time when I see the Mojos for 35. I mean, a Build-A-Figure for 35 bucks for the most part is like, come on.
I mean, and that's a pretty new development that he's dropped in price so much, because what did you sell your Build-A-Figure for? Weren't you trying to get like 75?
I was. I think I ended up getting like 60 last year sometime, but...
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I've seen several people posting them for in that 35, 40 range now, so... I'm assuming that will continue, but
yeah, I think so. So he's a definite pickup from me, and if you can find him cheap enough, pick up for Jordan.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, there you go. That's our review on ToyBiz Build-A-Figure Mojo. If you want to see more reviews, make sure you're subscribed. And until next time, stay strong.